You're listening to UCW Radio.
In your face.
What we got here is a failure to communicate.
Oh, have I got your attention now?
Greed, for lack of a better word, is good.
You know what I mean?
Money to be made in a place like this.
Money never sleeps, pal.
You're crazy. Don't run when you lose. Don't whine when it hurts.
You know what it takes to sell real estate?
It takes brass.
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
Welcome to Money Never Sleeps. This is the show where we talk about anything and everything that impacts the flow of money from around the corner to around the world. I want to welcome you and thank you for tuning in. Okay, this is the inaugural edition of Money Never Sleeps live. We're doing video now. Normally we're podcast, now we're doing video, and we are exclusively on Vero Hive. And there are a lot of reasons for that. You know, Vero Hive is a great system. They, the platform brings forward a lot of tools for small business, big business, mid-sized business, nonprofits, individuals. A lot of tools are coming forth, and a lot of the things that are on the platform are free. There are things that are premium, but a lot cheaper, a lot more cost effective than other organizations have. So right now we're doing this exclusively on Vero Hive, and one of the key things that I enjoy about Vero Hive is the security, privacy and security. They don't take your information. They don't go sell your information. They don't advertise to you. It's a SaaS platform, software as a service, and this is what the platform does. It gives you tools for you to conduct business, for you to stay connected, for you to do what you do. Okay, and go, and you can have your board meetings. You can have one-on-one interviews. It's great for podcasters that are looking, like right now. Usually, Money Never Sleeps is a podcast. We're doing a podcast as we're doing the video. Okay, this is not just for Joe Rogan. Other people can do it too, and this is what we're doing here. And on Money Never Sleeps, I enjoy spending the time doing this because I think that bringing something forward to the table that's of value to the viewers, and to the listeners. You'll catch me on a lot of different shows. I go on panels and speak about different topics, and really I think it's our obligation, if we have knowledge, to share it. Okay, so this is what we're doing here. We're sharing the knowledge, and security to me is at the forefront of everything. The pandemic has shown us something, shown everyone something. It impacted everyone. It left a mark on society, on the world forever. It showed big business that, hey, people can work remotely. Showed small business, hey, we have to adjust how we do business or we're not going to survive. Okay, so it's a big curve, big learning curve for everyone. It has shown individuals that, hey, we live in a big city, but if we can work remotely, we can have a better quality of life living in the country, in the suburbs, whatever the case may be. And the suburbs are changing too, because now people are moving around. So everything's changing. The pandemic has done this. And it's something that's not going to change back. There is the normal that we once knew is not something we'll ever know again. Okay, the new normal, the new reality is where we live. This is where we're at, and it's still learning. It's still working its way through it. Okay, with big businesses and any business that's adhering to remote offices and things of that nature. Basically, what is happening is that a lot of companies are thinking more. Excuse me, while I just have a little water. They're thinking more about security. Okay, and that's the show today, about cybersecurity and security in general, and privacy. Privacy should be at the forefront, and a lot of times it's not. People think, hey, I'm on Facebook and they should respect my privacy. I'm on Google, they should respect my privacy. The problem is that you're getting something for free, so you get something, you have to give something up. You get something, you have to give something up. So at the end of the day, if you're getting something for free, You have to expect that you're going to be advertised to. You have to expect that your data is being utilized and is being monetized for the company to make money. Because if they can't do that, they won't survive. If they can't survive, then there would be no Facebook, there would be no Google. Okay, Amazon as well. If they weren't able to do what they do, they wouldn't survive either. So there's a give and take. The thing is, how much do you give? How much do you take? So there has to be something that's going to happen. That's something that the federal government will figure out as they map things out. I think that companies, they need to, companies that provide services, they need to really think about their clients. They really need to. Okay. One thing that kind of annoyed me, really annoyed me. Okay. There's, everyone knows Zoom, what Zoom is, right? I personally don't use it, but a lot of people do utilize it. And Zoom, they've been around for a while, and they said they had end-to-end encryption. They didn't. They lied to their customers. They got hacked. People are going into rooms and exposing themselves to kids and all this other stuff that's happening, which is ridiculous. But where's the security protocols there? Even though now they say that they added that on, basically when it happened, they were like, oh, well, we didn't know. And, oh, well, we'll try to do better. And you know what? If you are not paying us, you have no security. They did that. They said in order to get end-to-end security, end-to-end encryption, you had to pay them. You have to be a paying customer, which is baloney. If you're giving somebody something for free, I don't care. They are your customer. Protect their interests. This is why I love VeroHive, because that's what it does. It protects your security, protects your privacy, doesn't take your information, doesn't advertise to you, and doesn't do the things that other companies may do. And, because it's a SaaS system, software as a service, that's what it does. What it does is even, branding opportunities for companies, and stuff like that. This is why I love using it. And this is why I love that Money Never Sleeps is exclusively on VeroHive. So when you have when you have your clientele, you have to protect them. That's the public, right? And as the pandemic changed everything, as workloads grow, remote offices are going to continue to grow. You have, I think it was Microsoft, they put some protocols in place, and how it's going to work, I don't know, but they say that they can, some people can work from home forever. They can work remotely forever. How is that going to work? I don't know. How are they going to socially be okay after that? I don't know. As human beings, we have to be around people. We need that human connection, because without that human connection, we can go crazy. Okay. And we don't want that either. So there has to be a balance. I've said it. I'm saying it here. I said it on Money Never Sleeps before. I have said it on other shows before. And at the end of the day, it comes down to, what do they feel is important? What do they feel is important? Because if we go, I need to have that in the background. So you have to excuse me. I just have to have my little advertisement for my little show there. Okay. So at the end of the day, security is important. The companies need to protect it. Okay. Like again, with Facebook, Google, they advertise to you. They sell your information. Okay. Companies, they get hacked. Yahoo got hacked. Marriott International, the big hotel chain, got hacked. Okay. Quest Diagnostics, they take your blood tests and everything else. They got hacked. Okay. DoorDash, they deliver your food. They take your credit card information. They got hacked. What do you think these hackers are doing? They're gathering your personal information, your financial information, so on and so forth, stealing identities. This is the stuff that's happening. And it's something that companies are combating, okay, because you have opportunities. And this is a big thing. The opportunities that you're going to look at, and maybe I should go into that in a second. I want to talk about, and I'm going to go through a list of companies that are doing great things and helping to to prevent these hacks from happening in the first place. CrowdStrike, Cloudflare. I love Cloudflare. They're doing a great thing. They're doing great things there. Checkpoint, Palo Alto Network, Zscaler, Cisco, SailPoint. They're doing this stuff. Okay, and they're the industry, the global security spending in 2020, 124 billion plus. 124 billion plus. Now, I was talking about remote offices and so on and so forth. People are connecting remotely to their office. They're connecting to the cloud. Okay. And that cloud business, the cloud security business, is grown this past year 30 to 35%. And it's only a 540 million, not billion, $1 million arena. So you want to talk about opportunity? That's the opportunity. That's the opportunity. If you look at companies that are in that realm protecting the cloud security, these are the companies that are going to flourish. Okay, virtual private networks, next generation networks, the endpoint security. These are they protect you from end to end. When you have a platform, okay, that allows a lot of things coming in. Facebook used to do it. The Zoom does it too. They're connected to a lot of different platforms, and you think about it. Hey, sounds pretty cool. It makes sense. It makes it easier for me to function in life, right? Here goes the issue with that. When you do that, and there's a breach somewhere. All you need is a little pinhole. Somebody gets in, they can hack your entire system. So the endpoint security is a big thing. Um, in the industry itself, you have a lot of startups, and I commend you. Go make it happen. Come up with solutions to problems, real solutions. Don't go and piggyback on other companies' ideas of what they're doing. Don't try to be the next anything. Be the next you and make something happen. Okay, so you're gonna have a consolidation. You see it now, and if you are looking at the ball, all right, you're gonna see that some of the companies that I mentioned and others that are there, what they're doing. They're looking at these small companies that have an angle, that they have a solution to a problem. So as opposed to them creating it, what they're doing, they're going and acquiring these companies. So acquisition after acquisition after acquisition after acquisition. Okay. And what's going to wind up happening, you're going to see a lot of these smaller companies get gobbled up. And at some point, there's going to be a consolidation in the cybersecurity space. No question, because as these security threats, malware, phishing, okay, as these things continue to escalate, as you're going to need more advanced systems, and these companies independently, they're great. You get a couple of them together, you're going to have ironclad security. They're not going to be able to get through. They're going to try. They're not going to be able to get through. So this is what I see happening, and I think the opportunities in the private sector. Okay, you have the opportunity in the public sector too, but the private sector, for me, you get lower valuations, you get great opportunity, and the growth, the growth prospects are there. Okay, especially now in this vibrant arena in the cybersecurity space. Look, extortion is rising. Again, the malware phishing is rising. Security breaches, from the Yahoos to DoorDash to this to that. We see it all the time. We hear about it on the news, but we don't think about anything. We don't think that, hey, does it impact me? Until it does impact you, and all of a sudden you see someone walking around with your ID, walking around with your credit cards that stole your identity, and they're in another country. Okay, and that's what these companies are trying to avoid, and that's what we need to look at. The shift to cloud is skyrocketing. Software as a service is skyrocketing. We see it, like even with VeroHive, it's on the move. All these things are coming forth, and security is at the forefront with everything. Okay, internal threats, companies, they get attacked constantly. So what winds up happening? They have protocols in place where if they think that you're fraudulently trying to get into the system because you stole somebody's login and stuff, they have some protocols in place. Some of this includes a phone call to your number on your corporate record, your business, at your office, whatever number you have there, calling you to make sure it's you. So all these protocols are coming into place. A couple of the companies that I mentioned, like CrowdStrike and Netscope and Proofpoint, what they did something pretty cool. And I like the fact that they did this. It's called Zero Trust. This protects businesses that have a cloud, that businesses that have to protect their interests, especially global enterprise. So we're going to see a lot more of that coming out. And they even created an alliance that is combating this. Okay, I think it's a nonprofit or whatever they're doing. But the bottom line is you're going to see a lot more of that coming to the forefront. Okay, you're going to see a lot more of that happening. You're going to see a lot of consolidation in that space. Okay, as remote offices grow. Okay, because at the end of the day, when remote offices, if like Microsoft, they're letting people work from home indefinitely. Again, I don't know what's going on there, but if you can have a better quality of life and still do your business and still do your job, it's a good thing. You may get a lower salary, but then again, where are you? What's your cost of living? You have to look at all this stuff. And if you have a better quality of life, what's better than that? Okay. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for tuning in, listening to the show. This is an abbreviated show today because, again, this is our first video, call it video cast, right? Okay, Money Never Sleeps. And from now on, podcast video. And the great thing about VeroHive is that we're going to have guests on. I'm going to have guests on here. Okay, and we're going to be side by side, chatting away and giving information to the masses. And this is what we're looking to do, coast to coast, continent to continent, as much as we can do, and making and trying to bring you that information that may help you in some way, shape, or form. Anyway, on that note, I want to thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Thank you for viewing. Thank you for being a part of Money Never Sleeps. And I do go, and I will say, I do advise you to go check out VeroHive and see what's going on there. And you're going to find tools that you can use for your business that will cost you zero to use. And that's a good thing. Okay. And a lot of great things are coming from the company. And I'm going to be talking about it because I'm excited about it. And Money Never Sleeps. We're going to continue to bring the best that we can bring to you. All right. Anyway, enough yap from me. Enjoy your day, and thank you again for tuning in, and we'll be back with you on the next episode of Money Never Sleeps. Take care.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
You're listening to UCW Radio. In your face.
What is your major malfunction?
So let it be written. So let it be done.
Ladies and gentlemen, my mother thanks you, my father thanks you, my sister thanks you, and I thank you.
All opinions expressed by Luis Velazquez on the Money Never Sleeps radio show and its website are solely his opinions and do not reflect the opinions of the UCW radio show or their parent company or affiliates, and may have been previously disseminated by him on television, radio, internet, or another medium. You should not treat any opinion expressed by him as a specific inducement to make a particular investment or follow a particular strategy, but only as an expression of his opinion. His opinions are based upon information he considers to be reliable, but neither the UCW radio show nor its affiliates, parent companies, and or subsidiaries warrant its completeness or accuracy, and it should not be relied upon as such. The UCW radio show, Luis Velazquez, its affiliates, parent companies, and or subsidiaries are not under any obligation to update or correct any information provided on the radio show or on the website. His statements and opinions are subject to change without notice. No part of his compensation from the UCW radio show is related to the specific opinions he expresses. Please read the full disclaimer on MoneyNeverSleepsRadio.com.